Hi, my name is John, and today I'm going to be showing everybody how to produce a single file in Visual Studio. But the first things I'm going to go over is a few pointers. Basically, even if you build everything into one file, you'll notice that it's still using the old PKHex core. And the reason for that is I'm going to actually show you. Because I had been trying to figure that out for years, which is why I'm going to say a big shout out to Ganger, because without his help, I would have never figured that out. Me and a friend of mine were trying to figure that out for years. We could still never figure it out. Every time we would build it, it would build. You could replace the core file like this. Uh, so you could replace the core file. Yeah, right here. You could replace this. But if you try to build it into one file, it's not going to use that. It's going to use it from a different source, and I'm going to show you where that is. So it's going to be on your Nugget packages. So you go to User. You're going to go to Nugget packages, and you can just click on anything and hit P, and it should go to PKX Core right here. The reason I have two of them is because when you build certain things, it actually makes another one. So when I build the raid bot, it also builds that. So this is the new one that I put in here. So when I put this one in here, it when I build it into one file, it uses this one. So it doesn't use it from your repos, such as the trade bot right here. So it doesn't use it from here. It'll use it from your Nugget packages. I also found that weird, but that's how it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically delete PKHex core. So I'm going to show you as if you had just started building. Okay, so we're going to just pretend that you just started building. And we're going to go ahead and empty it so it doesn't try to come back. Alright, so now it's like we never even built anything before. So what you got to do is you got to build a crappy bot. You got to just build one of the basic ones to get that core file to go up in there. This is where I keep my handy, you know, GitHub, for building stuff. Makes it so much easier. So we're just gonna use this one. We'll go ahead and remove that from the list. There we go. Now all we're doing here is we're just gonna build a crappy bot so that way we can get that core file thing to show back up. Now this is so that way when you do build your bot and put it into one file, you're able to use the recent core file, because if you build the one that's on there, it's just going to build basically from whatever's in that Nugget package, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in a minute. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build it. Again, this is a huge shout out to Ganger. Because without Ganger, I would have never figured this part out. I've been trying to figure this part out for years. Could never sit there and put everything into one file because it would keep using an old PKX core, and I could never figure out how to update it. I always try to update it in the repos, but it wouldn't do anything. So, okay, now it's built. So we're going to go back to the Nugget packages. And just click on anything and hit the P, and it should go straight to PKX core right here. And as you can see, the one it's using is from January 13th. So I don't want it to use that one. So I'm going to delete it. And also, if you get one of the, download the PKX core from another source, which is another computer, internet, or anything, it will have some, you need to go to, you need to right click it, go way down to properties, and it should have a message that says unblock here. You just unblock, hit apply, and hit OK. So we're going to copy this one. And this is the packages, the PKX core. And we put it in there. So now that we have that updated, now we're gonna build the other bot that I want to build. Now first you got to build it before you can put it into one file. Also, if you have any errors, like if you are trying to build it and it gives you a bunch of errors, you're not going to be able to produce anything into one file while you have those errors. So you have to make sure that you have a successful build. Also, I've always been told to keep it on release, so I've always done that. So I have it on release, and then I go ahead and I build. Alright, so I have this, everything succeeded. It says 12 succeeded, 0 failed. So then you want to come down here and right click on WinForms. If you don't see the publish right here, then you're not doing something right. So right here, I go to publish. You want to choose a folder right there. This, you want to make sure you hit folder. Let me go to my build so I can delete. There we go. Okay, now just make sure you choose your folder here. And hit builds. And don't hit publish yet because you need to go to show all settings. Now this is very important. Make sure this stays on framework dependent. If you have it on self-contained, from what I understand, it's a high, give you high megabytes on the file. So you want to make sure it's framework dependent, and then you need to make sure you choose your target runtime, which is if it stays on portable, it's not going to have anything here. So mine is Windows 64, so you need to choose whatever one you're using. And then you hit File, Publish Option, Produce Single File, and you hit Publish. Now it does this, it just produces these other files that you don't need, so you just sit there and delete those. And then that's all that should remain. You only need the one. And when I built it, it will literally build it. It literally built it from this PKX core file. So it didn't build it from the normal one that it builds, which is from January 13th, I think it said. Now I'm also gonna do the same thing, but with the RAID bot. Now the RAID bot, you don't need to update the core file. It has its own that it uses. And again, this is so I can show you guys how to produce something into one file. It's a whole lot easier. But the RAID bot uses its own PKX core file, so you don't need to worry about messing with any of that. Just put it on release and basically just hit build. And right click on WinForms. You go to publish, hit the folder, browse, and close. We'll show all settings. See, it's already set on framework dependent, which it needs to be. Windows 64, file publish, options, produce single file, and then I just hit publish. Alright, that's done. Now we're going to go back to the Nugget packages just to show you that there's a second one there, see? And that's the one that we, don't touch. But this one right here is basically for the trade bot. So if you're trying to build it based off the latest PKHex core file, this is where you gotta mess with, replace it, get rid of this one and put the one in there, and that one will affect whatever you're doing. Just make sure the core file is good, and then you can put it into one single file, and it'll use that one. So big shout out to Ganger for helping me figure this stuff out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You guys can contact me if you need to. I'm on a few servers, so thank you for watching.